Happy Friday, TGIF. It is Friday. It means the weekend is coming up. You get a little break from schoolwork and do some fun stuff hopefully this weekend. I just got back from a walk with my dogs, so they're about to take a nap while I read to you. And then I'm going to clean a little bit and just get ready for a relaxing weekend. Hope you guys are doing good. I wanted to let you know I got a video from Channing yesterday. So Channing, shout out to Channing. Thank you for sending me a video. It was fun to see your face. Elijah sent me a couple pictures of him. So keep those things coming. They kind of keep me going every day. It's good to see your faces and see what you guys are doing and keep up and know that you're thinking about me, because that makes me feel good too, because I'm thinking about you guys all the time. Before I read the chapter for today, I was supposed to tell you what the surprise was today, and the surprise was supposed to be here so I could deliver it to you either tomorrow or Sunday. And unfortunately, because of all the COVID-19 stuff, the company I've ordered the stuff from cannot get the things out in time. They are probably going to be here next weekend. But I'm going to go ahead and let you know, every year what I do is I order caterpillars for each student in my class, and then we take about 2 or 3 weeks to watch them grow. They form a chrysalis, and then they come out of the chrysalis as a butterfly, and then you guys get to see kind of that whole process and then let them go. So what I'm doing is I've ordered caterpillars for everybody. And don't worry, parents that might be freaking out about it. I will be here to help you out when it's time to do all of that stuff. I'm going to make a very simple packet for you to use, and you guys are going to keep track of your growing caterpillars and chrysalis and butterfly in a journal to do for science, and that'll be our end of the year science activity. But unfortunately, they're not here this week, so we're going to have to wait one more week for them to come. But I will let you know as soon as I get them, and it'll be a really fun thing for you guys to do, and I'm really excited about it. So let's go ahead and get started with next chapter. The next chapter in Wayside School Gets a Little Stranger is Chapter 8, Santa Claus. So let's see what this is all about. 'Twas the last day of school before winter vacation, and the children were having a small celebration. Their artwork was hung by the blackboards with pride, snowmen and mooses and a joyful sleigh ride. They ate homemade cookies, red and green ones, of course, when Kathy declared, "I don't believe in Santa Claus." She just opened her mouth and said what she said. "Santa Claus isn't real. And besides that, he's dead. So you bet I will pout, and you bet I will cry, you bet I will shout, I'm telling you why." Stephen covered his ears. "No, you're wrong," he shouted. "It's not true. There is a Santa Claus. I know there is." "Ho, ho, ho," laughed Kathy. "Kathy is just saying that because she never gets any presents," said Jason. "All she ever gets is a lump of coal," said Rondi. "Wrong," said Kathy. "I get lots of presents. My parents buy them for me. They have lots of money. They might be anything I want." She bit off the head of a reindeer cookie. "The only thing that matters is how rich your parents are. If they have lots of money, then you'll get lots of good presents. If they're poor, then you'll just get a few crummy presents." Everyone tried to argue with her, but Kathy just asked them all the old questions like, "How does a fat man fit down a skinny chimney?" Or, "How could he visit everyone's house in the whole world in one night?" And of course nobody knew the answers. Nobody ever has. "Only Santa knows the answers to those questions," said Rondi. "Don't you even like Christmas?" asked Stephen. "Sure," said Kathy. "I get lots of presents and I don't have to work." Then she stuck out her tongue and called Stephen a jerk. Poor Stephen sputtered as his face turned quite blue. "If you don't believe in Santa, he won't believe in you." But Kathy just yelped, "You know that it's true. Do you still believe in the Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy, and Miss Zarves, too?" "Let's ask Mrs. Jewls," said Maricia. "She's a teacher who's wise. Let's ask Mrs. Jewls. She never lies." The children crowded round their wise teacher's desk and asked her the question never found on a test. "Is there a Santa? You're a teacher with smarts. Is Santa Claus real?" they asked with pure hearts. And oh, Mrs. Jewls, that teacher so wise, looked at their faces and bright, eager eyes. She had to say something. It was her job to reply. "Tell them," yelped Kathy, "that reindeer can't fly." Outside the window, snowflakes were falling. Inside the window, Mrs. Jewls was stalling. "Are our parents all liars? Is it all just a trick to make us be good for fear of St. Nick? Tell us the truth. Don't try to fake it. Is there a Santa? Let us know. We can take it." Mrs. Jules cleared her throat, then she cleared it again. She put down her pencil, she picked up her pen. "Hey, look!" shouted Leslie. "Look there! Who's that? Someone is coming in through the gooseneck." Sure enough, the door opened. It had to open quite wide, as a strange-looking stranger stepped sideways inside. He wore a red suit and had a white fluffy beard, and even for wayside he looked pretty weird. His fat belly shook like a bowl full of jello. There was no doubt about it, they knew that fellow. It was Louis, the art teacher. "What are you doing in that suit, Louis?" asked Sherry. "Aren't you hot?" "Why are you wearing a fake beard?" asked Todd. "Is that a pillow under your jacket?" asked Jason. Kathy was delighted. "See," she said, "that proves there's no Santa Claus. If there was, Louis wouldn't have to dress up like a fool and pretend to be him." "I'm not Louis," said Louis. "I'm Santa Claus. Ho, ho." "You're lying to us, Louis," said John. "Everyone is always lying to us. Kathy's right. Christmas is nothing but a dirty, stinking lie." "I was just trying to bring a little holiday cheer," said Louis. "Go home, Jerome," said Terence. "Now that's no way to talk to Louis," said Mrs. Jules. "Louis is one of Santa's special helpers." "Really, Louis?" asked Dee Dee. Louis looked at Mrs. Jules. "That's right," he said. The children were all very impressed. "Have you ever met him?" demanded Kathy. "Well, no, not exactly," Louis admitted. "See," said Kathy, "it's just another lie." "You don't have to meet Santa to be one of his special helpers," said Mrs. Jules. "Then how do you know what he wants you to do?" asked John. "That's easy," said Mrs. Jules. "You just have to be nice to other people. Whenever you give someone a present or sing a holiday song, you're helping Santa Claus. To me, that's what Christmas is all about. Helping Santa Claus." "Can I be one of his helpers?" asked Damien. "You bet," said Mrs. Jules. "Hey, everybody," shouted Damien. "I'm one of Santa's helpers." "Me too," said Allison. "There must be a Santa Claus," cheered Stephen, "because it feels so good to help him." So the children all helped Santa in every way they could, by singing songs and giving gifts and just by being good. "But there is no Santa Claus," Kathy continued to yelp. "Well, if that's the case," said Mrs. Jules, "he must really need your help." So, that was a fun holiday story for April. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. It is supposed to be nice weather tomorrow, so hopefully you can be outside. I think Mr. Phelan and I are going to go ride bikes, and start thinking about what your caterpillars are going to look like and how you're going to take care of them. What are you going to have to do to keep them from crawling away and to feed them and all that fun stuff. And I will keep you posted as soon as I get them. Okay? I miss you guys. Love you. And I will see you Monday.